story.
talking
You
about
ready?
ass. What are you talking about, bro?
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this? Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the boys.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
With the
what
boys.
the hell is going on over here with this guys?
The hell?
Here we are. We are back in it. What an eventful morning. We're not even supposed to be here right now.
But it's almost noon, so it's like it's a perfect transition. We've been doing mornings. Now we'll do a noon. Get you ready for next week's afternoon shows.
While we come at you a little later, while you're getting home, unwinding, needing some laughs to brush off the stresses from the day.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of laughs and stories.
We're going to have plenty, especially last night. I mean,
Interesting night.
that
Very
was
fun.
so much fun. I never thought I would fall in love with being a model so quickly.
I never thought we'd be locking eyes while pictures were getting taken of us either.
So we'll fill everybody in a
yeah.
little bit. We got to go on a photo shoot with the professional Carson Rose.
Yep, it is mountains before breakfast photography, but you won't find her on Facebook right now, unfortunately.
But either way,
shout out Carson for the amazing pictures. Yeah.
she has claimed the role of our photographer for life. So sorry, photographers.
You missed out. You should have been the first to reach out. Actually, Carson probably still would have won just because she grew up in the hood with us.
She is out in the hood with us.
She was in, yeah. She was in the, what did we call it? I called it the sticks, I guess, when we were growing
still
up.
in the sticks.
We're still in the sticks.
Still
yeah.
is the sticks. Because
we in the way west side.
I mean, it was the trailer trash of trailer trash.
We were driving out there just last weekend with my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, just on the other side of the tracks." I was like, "Yeah, Mom, that was our saying." Yeah,
She's so clever.
Yeah. She thought it was good. It was
That is
funny.
awesome.
It was funny.
Yeah,
Shout out my mama.
Yeah, she
It was fun.
nailed it.
She killed it. We got there with only what we thought was going to be a half hour of daylight, but we smashed through those pictures like crazy.
100%.
They'll slowly be trickling out onto the Facebook again.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing us at our best selves.
I think my Tinder got one before my Facebook did.
Ooh,
Boom,
gotta
right
be
to the
on it
Tinder.
though.
Boom, right to the Tinder.
Where's the sponsor?
Yeah, Tinder Gold for life. That's all I need. Tinder, fucking hook it up.
Gotta go
And
hang
stop
out
sending me
with
fake women. Sorry.
That's never gonna stop. Gotta hang out with the owner of Kirk's Grocery over there. He's the host who does a lot of this, and gotta make some cool little connections there. Look forward to the potential of some
venue spots potentially opening up.
Yeah, we get a little better about talking in front of people.
And we've got a question, I guess, to ask our locals. Who would be brave enough to get up in front of an open mic and try some open mic comedy? Because that's what we were thinking. If we're going to host something, we has to host some open mic comedy, right?
At the end of the day, I mean, I really don't want to be around serious people. Poetry is cool and all, but I'm over here for the laughs.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Izzy, I don't know where she heard it, but she told me today, or maybe it was yesterday, she goes, laughing. And of course she says it, she goes, when you, when you're laughing and like, it makes you live longer. And I'm like, yeah. Laughing makes you, It took her so long to get it out, but I was like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Did you hit her back and you're like, you know what, Izzy? There's a possibility that laughter is the best medicine.
100%. Yeah, dude. They do say laughter is the best medicine. I was like, don't worry. Yeah, I laugh a lot. Don't worry, Izzy.
Did she laugh?
Yeah.
When you said it was the best medicine?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
She's gonna be funny. She is funny.
My son, on the other hand, broke his wrist this morning, and laughing, unfortunately, didn't fix that.
No.
Dang
it.
That what a experience. Get up, 5 o'clock, take the dog out, regular morning, get him up, get him to school, and go to start doing a bid. The second get done with the bid, getting a phone call, time to go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Slap him in a sling, getting a stent. Got to go see his pediatric so they can look at it next week. What a morning.
Been there. My grandma dealt with me when I broke my wrist, or hairline fracture. That's what they called it. The same thing. I was in a little stint. He'll be all right. He'll make some cool story about how it happened. Tell his
He
friends.
literally was already looking forward to saying how it was broken tomorrow in school.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to wait till Monday, bro. There's no school tomorrow.
He's like, no, let's go tomorrow. We'll announce it over the PA system.
Then they're going to be like, what happened? Each arm broken over the weekend? What happened?
Oh, and me and DJ were joking about it a little bit. We're like, no one's telling us what happened. First, Andrew falls off a ladder, and then your son breaks his wrist while you're at a bid. Yeah, I don't know. As I told him, we can
I
be
make
careful, man.
everyone fall in line.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be good. We'll be good. We already told him we need to stay out of trouble. So
I would never think that there would be you know who I could be like, DJ? I'm over here like Sauron. I didn't do it. You wanted that. You wanted to fall.
No, I didn't ask you to break my knees. Careful,
No,
man. I'll break your knees.
But only through breaking your knees will you realize how strong your legs really are.
You never realized how much you liked your legs until they were broken.
That was a pretty good wah-ha-ha there, too. I never tried to go for the villain. Maybe I should really lean into the villain.
Good cop, bad cop? We're going to good cop, bad cop, you guys. Like
You'll never
bad
see
cop.
it. Shut the fuck up.
Let me fucking finish. Oh, man.
But shout out to you, bro, because that was exhausting to get up in there and deal with that. I ain't even had a cup of coffee and hearing that his arms broke.
Yeah,
and then we're
that's
in there
a lot.
for 2 hours. It takes so long. And 40 of it, no, I'd say an hour and a half of it is just sitting there. You see the nurse and the doctor for 10 minutes, and then you're just sitting there the whole time.
Waiting for the doctor.
You know, I wish I would have stayed in college so I could have become the dude who drives around the X-ray machine.
Yeah?
100%. It's had to be the easiest job. He walks around with this chick and they just make jokes and he's just laughing and giggling. Hey, I need you to go overhead and help me. Can you karate chop that for me? I would love to tell little kids, can you karate chop that for me so I could take some x-rays?
Dude, I remember when I was getting my x-ray on my broken arm, doing from that to that was fucking impossible. But that's because both these fucking bones were broken. So like, he's like, yeah, can't you, I just need you to just do one of these.
That is
like,
another-
and I'm just like, dude, it's fucking broken, bro.
That's the crazy thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, as a doctor, I guess you're just trained to do that. But why is it that you have to like push so hard on everything? Like,
Yeah.
even my son, he was like, "Does your collarbone hurt?" I'm like, "It was his wrist. Why are you like my son's collarbone?" I was like, "You could break my son's collarbone doing some stuff like that. Take it easy, doc."
Take it easy.
100% the same doctor who was in there taking care of Andrew.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, I felt like Allstate right there. My son is in good hands. Sponsor?
Hey. What? Saint,
I think I
Saint
could-
Bees? Or do you do...
No,
the
I
other
was
one?
good. Yeah,
What's
we
the other
do.
one?
St. Bees.
Okay.
And you know, it's
Okay.
even wilder. And I haven't been in the hospital for an extended stay. I think people I know, like my brother stayed there longer, and my son's been in the hospital longer
Then you ever?
than,
Dang.
well, like, yeah, I'm
I-
like in and out.
Yep.
I ain't dying in here. That's for damn sure.
I got really lucky when I broke my arm. My dad came and got me in Red Lodge, brought me to the hospital here, emergency surgery. I was out by that night. I think it was like 7:00 at night that we got out, so I didn't have to stay the night. So same thing. I haven't stayed long in a hospital. Logan though, that sucker's got 60 days under his belt.
Oh yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the luxury of being able to leave the hospital, because it's something else. And there's just, it's almost, and I hate to say it like this, but it is like jail a little bit, where you're
It
just
feels
on
like it.
somebody else's time.
Yep, and you're walking. You got to get cleared to get into that door, at least in the ICU. If you ever,
Along for the ride,
Craziest thing was
hoping for good news.
seeing Logan
Hopefully
in
it's
the
my
box.
case.
seeing Logan in the box was pretty crazy.
Mm.
Putting
That
them on an
would have.
airplane, seeing them in the little box. You got to put your arms through through the gloves to touch them. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, shout out to all the
Yeah.
parents out there who's ever had to go through something like this.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
shout out to all like the nurses and stuff, honestly, who were there, fucking doing 12-hour shifts, taking care of 10 different babies.
that was one
Yeah.
thing. And when it's your baby, I mean, it's tough to remain calm, cool, and collected, and still have that understanding. Like everybody, it's 8:00 in the morning. People are just waking up. They're here. They're doing their best.
Mm-hmm.
But man, for them taking so long to get my son his X-ray and then to sit there, like I was up a couple of times and I was like,
Pacing a little.
yeah, I was getting like stir crazy, because you want to grab a hold of somebody and be like, why is this taking so long for you to help my son? What, is my son not important? Why is my son not a priority?
When Logan was born, they took him away and they're like, we're just going to check his heart real quick. And it was like a fucking hour and a half. And I'm like, where the fuck is my son, and why has no one said anything to me? And then finally the doctor came in and explained shit to us, but I was still just like, an hour and a half? Like, you guys said, well, it'll be real quick. We're just going to check something real quick.
And I've been in the, like, Nando might have needed a helmet when he was way younger. Simple things like that. It seemed like nothing as drastic or as gut-wrenching as that to deal with, when in your head you're thinking, my son is totally healthy, totally good to go.
Because yeah, a lot of times the Logan's case would have been caught pre-birth and they would have been prepared for it, but yeah, that one he wasn't.
So you just,
Yeah,
and then
we
you
just
just,
didn't know.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And then you're just along for that ride for the next.
It was 2-3 months. Yeah. Shout out the Ronald McDonald House. I had never known what it was. And it's for families who have a loved one in the hospital. It's a place for them to stay close to the hospital, because you can't stay in the hospital obviously all the time. So when we were in Salt Lake City, we stayed at a Ronald McDonald House.
That's absolutely incredible.
So now I do, anytime I have some change, I throw some change in the Ronald McDonald thing. And I wouldn't have before, right? Because I would have been like, oh, Ronald, McDonald's don't need my donation, until you actually like, oh shit, yeah, it's fucking pretty nice of them to fucking supply me with a place to stay.
And it's those type of things. It's really is like, how long does it take before your heroes become the villains? Because it's like, they were selling hamburgers, they were doing the Ronald McDonald House, all the best intentions in the world,
and then all of a sudden they're poisoning us.
Well, they went from, remember the allegations that they were making everything with kangaroo meat, and that's back in the 90s.
And then there was allegations that it was human meat.
Human, yeah.
Like you said, yeah. If you are, damn.
And they, I mean,
if you live long enough, you will see yourself become the villain. If you be the hero long
they
enough.
even tried to go salads. Remember McDonald's? They were like, "Hey guys, we're hamburgers and chicken nuggets,
but we'll give you some.
Salad?
Some salad. You want some salad? And then didn't it have some salmonella?
Not even. I think
Some-
it's just like,
Some sour
At the end of the
vanilla
day,
poisoning.
it really boils down to the individual themselves. You have the choice to eat it and not eat it. My brother, I was like, why? How do you eat McDonald's knowing it's just that like pink slime? And it's like, I don't tell you, them chicken nuggets are delicious.
Dude, you cannot beat the crisp on a McDonald's chicken nugget. There's no crisp like it in the world, dude.
It's not even the chicken. It's
Yes,
the breading.
Yeah, exactly.
And I realize there's so much of this where it boils down to, just do it a little bit better, and you wouldn't even. It wouldn't be bad, but how are you gonna get all the chicken? Actual chicken? We'd be running through our chicken supply.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta grind it up and get it to a paste that will stay together when you throw it in the fry. I guess maybe you're
because you ever opened a chicken nugget? It looks like a piece of tofu.
Yeah. I don't care what it is. It's got the crunch that I can't stay away from. I don't do it. We don't eat McDonald's often.
I went to McDonald's last night and got me a quarter pounder with some fries.
I don't like their hamburgers. I don't like their meat. I'm not a fan.
It was one of those deals where I was like, man, I got a craving for it. And I don't remember even, I think back when I got DJ back from Denver, maybe one other time since that. It's not like my go-to meal, but for some reason, it's like crack. Like
every once in a while,
you need the Donald's.
I was able to turn away from McDonald's the other day, but my McDonald's addiction is their caramel frap.
And you know it's just a powder. There's
ice.
It's like the milkshakes.
Yeah.
I always was so excited about it, and then Ariana had worked there. She's giving me the behind the scenes. It's like just a powder. I'm like, no. Why you got?
No.
It's like I never needed to know that licorice was terrible for you. I thought stuff was just delicious, but it turns out we ain't been eating licorice for a long time.
Oh, really? I love licorice.
We just been eating red dye and chemicals that we are allowed in the United States that they don't put in. Because my son, he's got me following Ryan Trahan, and he made all his own candies that don't have any of that stuff in it. And
he's a travel guy, right? Yeah. Izzy really loves him too. He's actually
that
super
kid
cool.
Is dope as hell, man. Is married, got his wife. They're both heavily religious. He don't curse all crazy. He does it. He's just a good kid.
You seen the one where he's like goes from zero, like from $1 or something, 1 penny,
and
like he literally works his way to like buying tickets to get out of these countries, like just selling waters and shit. Like,
well, I mean, the crazy thing is he also raised a stupid amount of money for a charity. Can you look that up, DJ? Ryan Trahan raising money for which charity?
Good.
That was off his trading for a penny up. And Mr. Beast had got in on it too. He kept resetting him. So every day, like if he got to a certain goal, he would just reset him, and then that person would be donating to the charity, and then he would have to start right back to a penny. It was his early videos, and I'm like, poor kid, that would almost kill you. Oh, there we go. Ryan Trahan feeding America.
That's awesome. It's like, dude, it's just like the Hawk Tuah girl. She went out and started a like animal rescue nonprofit or something.
She actually saved them.
Did she? Okay.
That business was going to go under.
And
they were running out, and they end up raising another.
Nice. I didn't hear exactly what happened,
DJ,
but I knew
can
she
you
had
look
done
up
something.
That number as well? The money amount that they raised for that veterinary.
Did you see she's got like the number 3 podcast on Spotify behind Joe Rogan and freaking something else?
She's a plant.
You think so? She's an industry plant? I will say, regardless if she is or not, she did very good at capitalizing on her 15 minutes of fame. And
I think she had the right people around her, because she has some heavy hitters that are
like coming to like Whitney. She went and did the podcast with
that are
Whitney.
making sure she doesn't get tossed through the industry, I should say.
Yeah,
but
cool.
There's a reason that she is like, she's being marketed.
Yeah, 100%.
I shouldn't say she's a plant, but they have a whole marketing team around her that is
and it's doing very well. She's doing 1 episode a week, and she's like, they're teasing it, right? They'll put out clips days before the episode drops, which is a pretty good way of building hype for each episode. So Did we get any name of the organization that she saved? Paws Across America. That's what it was. Yep. Shout out for her. Good shit. I can appreciate that she
I think there was,
is doing something with her fame.
but there was an actual veterinary place that was like in her hometown.
That, yeah, okay. And she went and actually, that's cool. And that's the thing, she's not going to move out of her little hometown.
Because she even said, she's like, well, if I only got my 15 seconds of fame, this is what I'm doing with it.
Yeah. She's cool.
Yeah, she is cool. At the end of the day, like, even I was like, because it seems even that is so...
Because I haven't sat down and watched her podcast, but I've seen a couple of clips, and she's just a down-to-earth, normal person that found fame, which is cool.
Yeah, and I mean, she obviously is a grown-ass woman. It's not like... That's where it becomes kind of wild when people are, she should be doing this, she should be doing that. And I was like...
She can do whatever she wants.
Really? I mean, it is the Kim Kardashian situation. It's like, you did get famous. At least you didn't show your butthole.
Right, yeah. This is not a sex tape. You said some words that the American men needed to hear.
There's still some good women out there.
My saying was, if you're a man and you've never had that, it's all you've been thinking about. And if you are a man who has had that, it's all you've been thinking about. So she said what America wanted to hear, what men in America needed to hear in a time of turmoil across the world.
It really did help
needed to smile.
Take the Me Too movement down a little bit. Women are back to enjoying themselves. They're not trying to cancel every male, I think, now. Maybe the roundup is complete.
We needed good old Haley Welch to come in and give it a hawk tui on the movement.
And that's that.
No, that's funny. But yeah, shout out for using that fame for good. There's still some good people out there.
Yeah, I mean, if it does take that one blemish on your record in order to make so much positive change, then, well, that's all right, I suppose. It's like at the end of the day, you will always end up becoming the villain in somebody's story.
Right. Well, like shit. Look at FEMA. 10 years ago with Hurricane Katrina, they were the heroes. They came in and saved everybody, and now they're turning people away.
Well, that was like,
it
seems, I wouldn't even say that they were the heroes. They were supposed to be the heroes, and they failed dramatically.
Not for Katrina.
They failed.
For this one, yeah.
No, they failed in Katrina. Bad. I mean, look at the response. No, I mean, how many people got to be stuck inside?
I don't remember. I guess I don't.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching the news enough for Katrina to remember.
I mean, and then the National Guard finally got called in.
Well, that's
way after the fact,
but fuck is the National Guard right now? We got a fucking 4 states that are devastated, and there's no military presence at all.
That's the thing. I don't think it's like every other branch of the military. Nobody's signing up to do National Guard.
I know 2 people here in town personally that are in the National Guard.
2 out of the 120,000. How many do we have here?
How many people do I know? Out of the handful of people that I know and I've worked with, 2. That's pretty decent.
And then, they might be in different branches of the military. They could be Air Force. I'm just saying, you got Air Force, Navy men, you got Marines, Army. How many specifically are the National Guard?
Well, every state has a National Guard, and the National Guard is to respond to local disasters, right?
Well, but look what happened during Afghanistan. Those were the guys who were getting called up first and sent over. I was ready to enlist. The only issue being, I was like, I'm not trying to go to Iraq and Afghanistan. We got bigger things to handle here.
All right. So California is the largest and it has 24,000 troops.
And what's the total population of California? And they only got 24,000 troops.
Colorado, 13,000 total, 3,000 Army National Guard. Still, Connecticut, 3,000, Delaware, 1,500.
You're kind of making my point for me. There's not that many people in the National Guard.
Correct. But every person helps. If you gathered every National Guard available from all the other states and sent them down there, that would still be 10,000.
They don't
troops
have
to help.
their own things locally in their own cities and stuff that they have to go to. Or they're being deployed, or they're being called to this or that.
I mean, there's still probably some around.
I'm just saying, now you're putting this small number of people to fucking take care of this. How is, I mean, they can do the best, give it hell. More people need to be National Guardsmen and women.
100%, yes, but that is the National Guard's duty as the National Guard is to handle what is happening on our front while the other guys are overseas and stuff is what I assumed, but I am no.
And also
guy.
the case is that those troops have been delegated to go other places.
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen it firsthand during, like I said, Iraq and Afghanistan. I mean, they were sending National Guardsmen over. That's when I was getting ready. I was 2009, 2010. I was ready. And I was like, hell no, I ain't going to Afghanistan. Why do I need to go to Afghanistan?
We got shit to do here.
I seen a dude get shot. We got problems here.
We got problems, yeah. We've always had problems here. But I mean, another thing, that's only $750 going out to the residents. Isn't that the same that they sent the Hawaii people?
Is that really the number that they've chalked up? This is our disaster relief money? $750. Do you understand? That's not even some people's social security checks. That's not even... Some people make more than that at McDonald's in a week.
That's what's running through the Facebook reels right now. Is that 750 is
which is just atrocious.
Yeah, especially when they were giving immigrants multiple thousands.
And this is where I'm like, okay, everybody who seems to care so damn much, where's the money? Putting the money where your mouth is. How come Elon is not dropping 10 million to fix the problems over there when you get a hurricane?
I guess Trump's already raising money. Trump's raised already $1 million or something, I heard.
Damn. On it, Donnie T.
Because he something about the 750, so Donnie T's freaking already raised $1 million from yet again. It's all speculation because you can't actually believe any of the media news outlets across the fucking world.
But if there's anybody who's gone in front of podcasts, comedians,
it's good old Donnie T.
You haven't seen no Joey B out there. You ain't seen no Kamala. She won't sit down and do an interview to save her life.
Right. And their administration is the one behind the $750. How much did we give to Ukraine?
I have a friend, I seen her posted numbers, and it was just absolutely disgusting. I think it's 39 billion.
And 10 years ago, there's
a list of what we
$113 billion. And 10 years ago, the New York Times wrote about how Ukraine was the most corrupt country. And you just think that went away, and we think giving them $113 billion is just going to be beneficial for us?
We have, I mean, the amount that we've given to them, Israel, there's another state in, where is it? Oh, I can't even think of that next one. And then the 4,000 per individual illegal immigrant.
Yeah, where I saw videos of the National Guard had taken over a hotel. And like there was 2 guardsmen outside, and this guy came in, he's like, "Why are you guys here?" He's in downtown New York. He's like, "Why are you guys here?" And he goes inside the building because those 2 army officers ditched. Goes in the building. He's like, "Why is there army people in this public hotel?" And they kicked him out. So that's where the National Guard's been. They've been fucking watching over the immigrants. instead of fucking, I don't know, man. Who fucking knows? Yet again, could have been a fucking army convention and they were using the hotel to it could have been anything.
If that was a army convention, I mean,
it should have been.
They're really
public.
doing. I was like, well, no, not even being public, right? Not the best time to be having any type of
convention.
You got more pressing matters at hand. That's where I'm like, it really just because you start smashing your head against the wall. Everybody talks, but nobody really does a hell of a lot.
Right.
It's easier just to keep on.
It's easier
blabbering
to
on.
be sheeple and roll with what you've been taught for your lifetime instead of questioning that maybe the government doesn't have your best intentions at heart. Sorry, government. I said it.
And just be smarter. Like, there is something to be said about the homesteading, being prepared. And it doesn't mean that has to be your whole life, but have that as a facet. Have this be a facet.
Have you heard of a ram pump?
Never heard of it.
Ram pump. Look that one up, DJ. A ram pump. They used to manufacture these. It is a pump that can pump water uphill with no electricity. It uses like the force of two valves. So once your water starts flowing into it, something happens with the valve mechanism and it creates a constant pump. And this guy, I watched a full 3-part video series of him remanufacturing one or refurbishing one, and they used to be made, but now they don't make them anymore. A ram pump. Can you find anything on them? Oh, there you go. See, there's even how it works.
So then here at the front, you have a supply port that obviously feeds in your water, and then you have an exhaust port. And then inside that, you have your valve, which circulates the water down. So then, so it sucks it down, and then when there's the air pocket, the non-return valve will push it up.
I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Because, yeah, it looks like you have...
Excuse me. But why are those not everywhere? Why are we using electric pumps for things? Oh, probably actually I know why. I answered my own question. They're way more efficient. It's going to be 1,000 times more efficient to use an electric water pump than a ram pump. Ram pump's going to be slow waters per minute. So okay, I answered my own question there. It's probably why we don't use them everywhere. But still, it's something that I had never heard of until he started talking about it. So from a homesteading
but when things get medieval and you gotta think outside the box, obviously, bam, you have it. As long as you can look to create the pump mechanism inside of it.
So maybe that pressure from the water pushes a ram up, and
it's got to be like the back of a toilet.
It pushes down, causing a flow. Because if you have a ram, I think it actually has something that lifts up. The pressure lifts it, and then it pushes it back down,
like a balloon.
Well,
but it would,
because they call it a ram pump because you actually hear it like making. So I think that water pressure pushes a piston up. And then the weight of that piston or whatever, gravity, pushes that down, and that might be what gets your water flowing. So you get
wild. But
I have no idea if that's actually how it works, guys. Call me out, please do. But that goes back to the homesteading. It's probably going to be definitely a thing that comes back. It is coming back already a little bit.
It is, and like I had this conversation with you before. It's just when you have the push of technology and it's not really stopping us going in that direction unless everybody just stopped and homesteaded. But then what? You just start tearing down all the buildings and then go back to sleeping outside? Like, how do you have any advancements in archaeology or
in any aspect of life if you
don't expand and build and create?
If everyone went back to homesteading tomorrow, the electricity, you could, you can't just like electricity and technology, you can't just stop working on that. And that would be if everyone homesteaded tomorrow, that yeah, there would be no technological
I look
advancement.
at it.
really.
Well, I just look at how many systems are in place right now to stop disease, like water systems, canal systems.
Yeah, well, I guess
Do we want to
would-
go back to throwing poop out our windows?
No, we would have to learn to adapt, meaning live more with the earth. Maybe that's when we start finding out that all of these herbal remedies that they say are woo-woo since Western medicine came up, maybe those things actually were legit, and everyone starts eating oregano to get rid of tooth decay or whatever.
I just
don't know,
look
yeah.
at a place like, I mean, leprosy was rampant all over. You have some like, there was disease still. And I mean, I think it does. There's so many people who have been saved by
Western
modern medicine.
My son, if my son
Well-
born without modern Western medicine, his chances of survival were slim to none, really. Growing up with a hole in his heart, you'd have had some freaking troubles.
Yeah, I look at 300. Great example. You know,
Or they-
it just throw you out. You would never have had the opportunity to even know. And that becomes a terrifying place where it's this or that.
Man, could you imagine being a mother at that time? Just like, because you can't go to the doctor and find out if your baby is healthy. You just give birth to a baby and hope that it's a good one.
Or a worse situation that you have a stillborn at 8 months and now you have a dead fetus inside of you.
And you didn't even know.
You can't even like flush her out.
Damn.
You probably end up, I don't know if your body absorbs it or to enough where, because I mean, up to a certain point, you have bones that form. But there are stillbirths that happen at birth all the time. Now we have C-sections where you can remove the baby and sew her back up. But if you're by yourself, you don't have somebody and you're giving birth and they're stillborn. I mean, there's a good chance of just killing you.
I always say I wish I grew up in like the Western times where you could just fence off some land and it was yours. You make a town called Kurtztown, but that's also the same time. You get freaking a scratch on your foot and don't get, it gets infected and you don't get your foot cut off and you die.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
something as simple as tetanus. Don't get it taken care of. Bam, next thing I know, I have a lockjaw. I can't eat and I'm done.
Or even freaking, what was Red Dead Redemption? The guy gets it where you cough and you're coughing up blood.
Oh, yeah.
Tuberculosis, TB, yep.
And that was
You just-
dropping a lot of people like flies. I mean, there was a time where life expectancy was like 40. We're almost to the age where
You were lucky
60
to make
years
it.
ago,
you
yeah,
were
they've been
lucky to
dead.
make it. Yeah, holy shit. That's what puts it in perspective for you, don't it?
And I'm like, how do we, I mean, yes, spirituality can never be lost because you see the absence of it and what happens. But you also have to have some common damn sense here. You can't throw the baby out without the bathwater. It's like you have to fix the systems. We're not at no point to tear it all down and
Yeah, you
start
can't
over.
Can't be Michael Jackson and babies off the ledge and stuff, man.
Well, no matter like how
Sorry,
much
I had to.
like either side tries to push you into this division and wants everybody to be at each other's throats, like everybody we gotta come together.
Mm-hmm.
If we've seen anything through this FEMA failure and their lack of over and over again, and there's no really accountability for them.
Well, at least there's guys trying, even though I saw a video of a pilot who got denied. He landed his helicopter, dropped his son off to stay with one survivor, and he took one survivor down the hill. Got down the hill, and apparently the fire chief or something of Asheville was like, if you go back up that hill, you're going to be arrested, and didn't even let him go pick up the second survivor up there. Guy said, I'm going back for my son. And like, you can even tell in this guy's voice that he felt devastated to have to leave that elderly man at his house alone when his wife just got taken down. And like, so at least there's people out there trying. That's what there is still good people left in the world.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you just said, everybody love him, hate him. Donnie T did raise $1 million bucks. So
can we confirm that so that I make sure I'm not talking out my ass there? I heard that from EJ, and I trust EJ, but it's probably something we should fact check. But
they're like, Joe Biden gives $10 million.
No. And maybe they are still deciding how much, or maybe they're going to do something different. I'm praying that they are going to do more.
When's the last time you even heard the name Joe Biden?
I have been seeing him a little bit more in my newsfeed, and I think it's because my phone's listening and heard me call him out. I haven't seen fucking Joe Biden do shit, and they're like, we better get him at least to one press conference or something.
I haven't heard him, haven't seen his face, and it's so wild. Like, even the hate at Kamala, super quiet. So it's like, what is happening? It was so vocal, the hate for Trump when he was running. Hated him. And, Bernie destroying him is the legs he stood on. But now it's gone quiet. Why is Kamala not under the same attacks and scrutiny? It seems like
I can't believe
why aren't they doxing her? Where's her tax returns? Where is everything they demand out of every other person?
I cannot believe that they are allowing her to run when she was the border czar. And the dude that just came out and fucking came out in court and said that he was being told to let illegals go, like, and not follow they were putting him in a position to not follow the guidelines. And then she was the czar at that time, and nobody's talking about that. Have you seen the video where she gets talked to in her ear? She's sitting there telling a recipe to this guy who's recording. She's like, so if you have time, put it in this brine, blah, 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 blah. She's, oh, hello. Grabs her ear and goes, oh, hello. Okay. Yep. I'm going to be talking about a recipe while you're checking. Is that okay? Oh, okay. And then she goes again and goes, oh, hi there. Really sketchy. And they're saying her earrings there's people in her ear. Then you skip back to a video a few years ago where they're asking Obama about a third term. And he goes, if I could make a deal where I was just like in my basement, just talking through an earpiece, running the show, I'd do it. You can't make that shit up, dude. It's a fucking interview. 2 interviews that gone wrong. And of course, they're going to say it's a crazy conspiracy. You're crazy if you believe that.
At the end of the day, I'm sure whoever listens to this is like, who knows?
Yeah. And like I said, as much as I go crazy cuckoo about it, I'm in the same boat. Who
like yesterday,
really knows at the end of
I
the day?
was like, is he gay? Is he not gay? He's wearing purple pants.
We're going to bring that up.
Will we ever really know?
I'm so happy that I got to wear those pants one more time. This is me in my room, right? Because hold on, this is why, guys. This is why. Most of my pants look like this, completely covered in paint and caulk and spackle. So I'm looking at my pants, on what pants I'm gonna wear, and I cannot find. I know I have one pair of blue jeans that are not fucked up, and I couldn't find them. So I see my 2 pairs of purple pants that I've had since I was like 21 and have worn a handful of times. I used to wear them a lot because those were my skinny jean phase. So I put on the first pair of pants.
Which, it's still just incredible. I can't wrap my head around ever waking up and be like, there's my purple pants. Let me get them bad boys on. It's time to rock this shit.
I'm loud, dude. I'm loud, and I used to fucking dress in all purple, okay? Fucking, I'm a loud motherfucker. I drove a purple Subaru for fucking 2 years.
I guarantee you there's
too.
a grip of dudes out here who are in the same boat like myself. Like, yeah, I wish I could wear some purple pants. But the amount of hate I would get wearing them purple pants.
Amount of balls it takes to shove in a purple pair of skinny jeans, dude. You almost don't got room for nothing else in those pants. But anyways, this is how it goes. I have 2 pairs, so I see the one, I put them on, I'm like, damn, these are probably a little too tight. I don't think these are gonna work. Take them off, put the other ones on. These are way too tight. I can't even button these fuckers. I got these. All right, go back to the other ones. And I fucking went for it. I literally told myself, probably won't be able to wear skinny jeans ever again. I'm still a little skinny right now, so it's my last chance. I ripped them before we even started the fucking photo shoot. I was out front here stretching for DJ, and I heard I was like, oh, I think I just ripped my fucking pants. Oh no!
Pause. Let's run that back. What were you doing?
Stretching for DJ. I was showing him how I could still move in my skinny jeans.
Still got it, guys. Look at me go. That's better than me. I had to hike my pants up so I could squat.
So when we were trying to do our
100%, like we were just trying to do any type of cool moving, and I'm like, oh, so stiff.
Oh, it's so funny. When I got home and saw it, I looked down, I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely ripped. I hope she doesn't see that in editing.
Not even an issue.
At least I was wearing my hot dog boxers. Nice.
Shout out to you, bro. Didn't go live this morning because of all the insanity.
All the drama, yeah. It was nice though. Me and DJ went through probably 2 hours before you did. So, and we didn't. I even said it. It's like, sorry guys, no cameras today. And they even chuckled a little bit. So it was still nice. Still nice to show up.
Right? It is a go-to coffee spot.
Yeah. And then
where else are you gonna go? Where at least coffee? I don't, because I go to a ton of coffee places, and never have I found one. They're
do they have outdoor seating over there? Because I
think so.
I am bummed that you can't go inside and sit and hang out. Because that's like
not really. I mean, I get it. I mean, this seems like a way better way. Get your coffee and keep it moving.
Yeah, I have enjoyed going to sit down at a coffee shop.
But then you run into like Starbucks issues. You just got homeless people hanging out in there. True.
But I can appreciate taking the laptop to Starbucks and getting some work done. And just the aura of, I mean, at least for me, maybe it's a barista thing. Because you hear the steaming of the milk, you hear the coffee grinder going. It's just like a little bit of background noise.
If it's just you in there chilling, I'm definitely down with that atmosphere. But if I go in there and there's more than a handful of people in there, I'm like, I can't even work in here. Well, everybody wants to know what I'm doing on my laptop.
You gotta break this. You gotta break that. Especially if we ever rolled into doing live podcast shit, you're gonna have to,
at least I know at that point, it's like, y'all are here for me.
Yeah.
Not.
At the same time, have you ever heard the theory of fucking people don't give a fuck about you? Yeah, yes. It's like oh man, I just did something embarrassing. Everyone's looking at me. No, everybody's in their own fucking world worrying about who's looking at them.
But I've also been behind a group of people when somebody has been across the street and something does happen. Everybody does see.
I know.
Whoever's saying that is not the case.
But the theory goes,
do they forget about it in 15 seconds?
Yep.
Yes.
In your mind,
do we think about it the entire 10 years? Yeah, of course.
See, that's where I have definitely learned to just let things shed off my back, especially when I do stupid shit.
See, and I'm really good that way when it comes to personal insults. I can let them go really, really easily. It's the stupid things I do myself in public. Then you're like, well, great. Can't ever forget that. That's just there. Why would I do that? Why?
That's exactly how I felt watching that fucking live back the other day. I was like, what the fuck? I'm a fucking idiot. And even when you're like, yeah, football game, you're like, right now? Football game right now? Fucking goddamn it, dude. Sounds so fucking dumb. Oh, I'm so glad the thing's deleted in 22 days, dude.
Oh, just counting down the days. That's awesome. Because once it goes up, I forget about it. And even with these podcasts, as soon as the episode is over, I have no idea what we even started with.
Right, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go back and I'll clip that. And then I'm like, what did we fucking talk about? And then I'm like, oh yeah, we had that conversation. And then no, that was from fucking 2 episodes ago. And I'm like, Good fucking God, man. What do we talk about for these fucking 2 hours every day? Jesus.
I mean, that we definitely have in the wise words, or the wise words of Dave Chappelle. We were gifted the gift of gab.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk with the best of them.
One of the funniest fucking streaming stories I had, and this is when I was running my Minecraft world. We had quite a few people in it all the time. I did a 12-hour stream. I get done with my stream. Homeboy jumps into the Discord and he's like, how the fuck did you just talk for 12 hours straight? And I'm like, oh fuck, I guess you're right. I kind of did, didn't I? He's like, yeah, you fucking didn't shut up the whole time. I'm like, damn.
And just talking about like what you were doing.
What we're doing, yep, what I'm building.
I noticed that with Minecraft though, you can actually do a lot of talk. There's so much in just the talking about what you're doing.
And it was the best game for me to learn M&K, what is mouse and keyboard. So because it's such a slow paced, just building, doing some mining, every once in a while you have to do some monster fighting, but it's pretty slow paced. My brother started playing on mouse and keyboard and we were playing like almost like a Call of Duty style. You gotta like really intense. He's like, I fucking hate mouse and keyboard. He's like, I fucking can't. I'm like, yeah, I guess I got blessed because I was doing baby Minecraft shit, and he's over here trying to do this his first time on a mouse and keyboard. Like,
well, Nando,
he's
on his laptop with the keyboard, and he was going from joysticks to it, and so that's one of those things where I wish I could appreciate it more because he's figuring out the clicking where he can get a bunch of clicks at once. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's specific for like Minecraft where you can lay like 15 blocks at once, a bunch of blocks at once. You know what I mean? And I'm just waiting for it to translate
into real world.
Well, because he dreams of being a streamer, and he's talked about that since a 7-year-old for years now. So that's why I'm trying to get into this lane, get as much as I can out of this lane. And so to do like every father wants to do for their son and set them up for the best future they have. Like, because if that's what he wants to do, and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, man, every dream comes with a million setbacks and a million failures. If there's one thing that I've gotten really good at this point is fucking up and failing.
I'll tell him one thing about streaming is if you want to enjoy your games, you don't do it streaming. Eventually it becomes a job, and then you're like, I don't even enjoy it.
I have to hit that with him, even just being an 11-year-old now. It's like you're in such a rush to grow up, to do the streaming, to do it all. Understand, dude, once you step into this world, it doesn't stop. I've been working since I was 14. Before that, I was working for my grandfather, making $5 an hour. Since I was literally, I got 25 years of labor underneath my belt now. Do you want this as your future? No.
Or do you want to enjoy 4 more years? And
let's go back to being kids. Go back to having fun. Good. Cool. Because I have to hit, and I was the same way that I got to chest up to my old man. He barked back all the time though. If my old man would have once, like, why? He did pull me out. I remember once, because I used to get pissed as a kid. Me and my older brother, it was mayhem, pure violence. And he pulled me outside one time, and it was like, I don't know what it means when your old man tells you you're going to keep getting pissed off like this and you're going to black out and do something. You need to learn to control that anger. And it took probably well until after high school until I ever started to chill out.
I've actually had that conversation with Izzy 100%. We're like, you cannot let this take over to where you're not thinking clearly. And actually, we kind of got on it a little bit this morning because she was starting to get flustered and not being able to get her seatbelt in. And I was like, you ever seen a scary movie where they're fumbling for their keys and they can't unlock the car door because they're sitting here like this when all they needed to do was look at them, grab the correct key, unlock the car door, and fucking Freddie Mercury or whatever his ass would have fucking got you.
That's way
I know.
scarier. The lead singer of Queen is coming after you. We will rock you.
We are the champions. Oh God, it's Freddie.
It's Freddie Mercury.
There's a skit. There's a skit. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like if you can take that split second to calm your nerves, it will make things 1,000 times easier. And I think I'm gonna use that descriptional as much as I can because Logan fucking loved it. Right, I started shaking like this. Logan's just laughing, and Izzy's kind of like, "Dude, stop laughing." I was like, "Izzy, we're not laughing at you. Logan's just laughing because I'm being animated as fuck." And you know,
Yeah, because that's the tough part with two kids. If you do something to comfort one, the other is like, "You're being a baby."
Dude, it's bad. Not only like, I tried to let them every once in a while unlock the car for me. Then it became, no, it's my fucking turn to unlock the car. No, you did it last time. It's my turn to unlock the car. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking unlocking it because I'm tired of you guys arguing over stupid shit.
Well, yesterday we're getting ready to do the photo shoot, and I have Nando with us, and we're talking with the owner of Kirk's, and my son is just on the other end of the block, just by himself, looking like just a strange child. Like, I'm like, son, get over here. Like, why are you
Watching him slowly, like at first he was pretty close, but then he backed up just a little bit, and then just a little bit more, and then like finally he's like way at the end of the block. You're like, dude.
just as he's trying to get out of there, he's like, I hate this so much.
And I think
Can we
I
leave?
think he wanted his scooter too, but he didn't know how to interrupt you to ask. But that's one way to do it. Just slowly back away until I'm so far away. Dad's like, "What the fuck, dude?"
And yeah, but that's even crazier. He rode around on his scooter the entire time we were doing that photo shoot. Not even almost up.
Not
Can
a
we
care-
get out of
yeah,
here?
Not a care in the world.
He's so good, man. That's the luxury I have. He
Has
might
he seen any of the pictures yet? You
no.
haven't shown him yet.
I might show him my swan pose.
The black swan.
I am the black swan.
I'm a peacock captain.
I can't
You gotta let
even.
me
That's the
fly.
sad part. I couldn't even take that as like a legit like name. I think there already is the black swan.
I mean, yeah, 100%. No.
Hey, DJ, is there a fighter or anybody called the Black Swan? Yeah. Can I call it
And here he
the...
is at
What about a
5'9".
Ouch. I'm 5... Well, I'm 5'9". Who am I fucking
I was
kidding?
gonna say, we're pretty close. I just
Well, no, I used to be 5'10" and a half, and I don't know if it's just because of...
You're lucky because I was about to say 5'9", 350.
Ouch.
And then I was gonna correct myself, but now you know what?
I'm killing it, actually. Well, I shouldn't say I'm killing it. I'm still fat, but...
But I
you
want
know.
to be like the
I'm at-
WWE guy. The Black Swan.
I had got like during my like skinniest there a couple years ago, I was down to like 178, which is back freshman sophomore weight, and I almost felt too skinny.
I was gonna say I don't think it fit you well. I think I remember seeing you when you were looking really good, and I was kind of like, I hope he's not on meth.
Everybody thought I was on drugs, and I don't think shaving my head helped. I think if I would have kept my hair like regular, like it wouldn't have looked so like I was on meth. But there was, I mean, I was straight having my Britney Spears moment. I'm sick of this hair.
Oh man!
Now call me crazy. No, they did. They called me crazy and a drug addict and all the whole 9 yards.
There's definitely everyone I feel can be too skinny.
It sucks. Unless I think it's because how the rate that I lost the weight, because I was over exercising. That's how I was doing. I wasn't eating correct, and I was just. Now I'm losing the weight because I'm active and I'm
And
not
eating,
shoveling
yeah.
shit into my face. Well, that and fasting.
Yeah, I kind of do an intermittent fast. I pretty much eat one big meal a day or one.
Like even when we're working, if you notice, like I have a drink now, and I just, as long as I got some liquids in me and my stomach doesn't feel empty. I was thinking about even that, starting the day with like a multivitamin. I think I should probably start as much, but I don't know, because everybody was, I remember when vitamins were like no, like you're taking too much vitamins, it's bad for your kidneys, and you're just pissing out all the stuff you don't use. And I was like, well,
Isn't that kind of good?
I'm kind of pissing out the stuff I don't use now. I mean,
Yeah, I'm borderline too skinny. If I mean, at least I started to get a gut. It's kind of sucks because it looks like a beer belly, but it's not beer. But like, other than that, dude, I've been 140 to 150 pounds since my freshman year of high school. Took a year of weightlifting, and this is in high school when I lived with my mom. We ate good, 3 meals a day, fucking big meals, worked out every single day for a whole year. Didn't fucking gain a pound.
and you know, it's funny. Now, knowing what they know now, you still weren't eating nowhere near enough.
Yeah, I should have been like high protein.
No, literally
diet.
double of what you were eating. You need it, and just in order to put on the mass.
I also heard
You seen Homeboy eats like 36,000 calories like every day. It's like,
Damn.
it's something ridiculous, and it's all. He starts out with like 28 eggs, and then like some ridiculous amount of bacon and sausage, and then he goes and hits the gym, and he just. And these guys get enormous, but it's not dense muscle fiber. It's not strength muscle fibers. It's just big
It's
muscles.
puffed. It's puffed. Yeah.
And it's not sustainable, because that's how I had gotten in high school. I was just lifting, eating, getting really, really big. But when you graduate and you don't do anything with it, it turns all to fat. So I ballooned up to almost 280 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah, I was, what was I? 18, 19? Was that my like heaviest I've ever weighed?
Dang.
And that was like,
That's
yeah.
a good bounce back, though.
Well, then I
Kind of been all
came
over the
back,
place, yeah.
and when you're poor, guess what?
You don't eat. Or you-
a little bit of weight.
You work at Taco Bell and that's all you eat.
That was another part, because we were just drinking all the time and living off Taco Bell. Some of the most wonderful times of my life, and
But
also the most depressing part of my life.
Your body thought that was it, probably. Your body's like, I don't know how we can handle this fast. I only got about 2 more quesadillas left and I'm out of here.
But that's what I mean. When I first came back from California, I mean, I was trying to sleep at people's houses, at my aunt's, and living in the upstairs wooden shack, getting into trouble, and then I'm like couch surfing in my car, staying at houses, get a place. That place gets raided. Out of that place.
Is that when you tried to move in with my grandma? She said, what would the neighbors think?
No, that was before.
Oh,
That was
okay.
like, yeah, that was so long ago. That's so funny. And then from being couch surfing, then moving in with baby mama, getting my own place, and then now it's just been I got my place, and then I moved into a slightly better place.
So hey, it's all up from here.
Everything, yeah. 'Cause I'm telling you, bro, the first, I give it 25, 28 years. They haven't been the easiest. I'll tell you that much right now. I'm still happy. I'm still laughing at the end of the day, but
Hey, laughter
the
is the
first
best
28.
medicine.
I can say probably half of it was self-induced. You know what I mean? Pain that I brought on myself. But I learned things out the damn hard way, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've always been like that too. No one can tell me. You can tell me 100 times, but I'm gonna fucking make those mistakes myself. Sorry, bud.
Why does it have to be that way?
I'm trying really hard to not let it be that way with my kids and try to explain to them more. I don't know how to do it.
When I was in the hospital today with Nando, right? And I'm over here like, man, these people know what the hell they're doing. It's so easy to do their job. I could do that job. These guys, you know what I mean? They have done the school. They have done all the... Granted, they almost forgot to put a stint on my son's arm and had to call us back to the hospital. But I'm still trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
They are trying their damn hardest.
And it is one of those professions where you probably see some horrific shit. And when you got into the profession, you thought it was going to be different. You know what I mean?
And all of those jobs now are salaries or hourly. And if you look at the people who actually make a lot of money, none of those people are hourly. None of those people are getting paid.
Fuck Big Pharma. Sorry. Had to say it. That's where you're going with that. That's exactly where you're going with that statement. Yeah, the ones who are making the money are not.
We're out in Park City looking at this job. And the shit show that we walk into with every single trade everywhere. And the tile guy I'm talking to, he's, he gets a job from another outfit. He goes and does the job, and then the people say, the homeowners usually call the big business and say, hey, thank you so much for everything you did. The installers doing all the work usually just get jerked around, stomped on, even though they're the ones who know how to do the thing.
Yep.
It's like, how come I go into a restaurant and I look at the chef and my place, I can just send it back. I'm not berating them. I don't go back to the kitchen and I don't get in the chef's face.
Yeah. There's got to be a lot of stress behind those.
And then it
the job foreman though.
Oh yeah, and then it just rolls down. And then he gets it, and then that guy gets it, and then this guy talks to the the installers basically. Goes to the companies and it usually just falls on deaf ears. Like the lack of communication around everybody, or then you do get the communication, it's still not enough.
Yeah, like last night we had no communication, and he was doing serious face, I was doing funny face, and it made for some funny pictures, but it's no conversation at all. We're like, what are you doing? Like, I'm smiling because I'm serious. Like,
well, you gotta understand, if I'm looking this way, and how am I supposed to know what he's making on his face? I don't have no mirror.
And you were 100%. All I could see was your fucking sideburns, so I don't fucking know what you're doing either.
If I go,
I could judge maybe a little bit on where the cheek, how high the cheek is.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea what's happening on your face whatsoever. I can't see your face at all. And if I can see your face, that's a damn superpower, and I would have known by now.
I would have known. I can see behind me.
Face back.
Face back.
We had to keep it light because that was getting pretty heavy there, because it just sucks when you're looking at the state of affairs in the world. And every time it seems like we get closer as a community, there's just one other thing that lights it back on fire. And it sucks. Like, we were so close as a nation when we got attacked by somebody, and now
I don't know. I think Joe Rogan talks about it. 9/11 brought the country together.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why does that have to be the case? That's insanity.
It is unfortunate that we only come together as a collective community, seems like, when there's a natural disaster.
Oh yeah, and instead of we gotta prop up the people we got, recognize the people we got around us today. Why does it have to be a disaster for change to happen?
That should be the new movement, is fucking praise everybody as if they are the hero in your disaster.
Facts. At the end of the day, because Yes, everybody is a liar. Do people intentionally lie? Yeah. And if you are one of those people, well, you're a shitty person. Do people lie and hoping that still at the end of the day, they're trying to do everything the best thing that they can do in their world? I think at the end of the day, most people are that way.
I mean,
Most people aren't the...
but at the same time, most men lie about their dick size. Sorry, it's not average. It's below average.
Let the world know.
I'll be open and honest with you.
Hold
that was
on.
me.
Let's
Kidding,
go
that's
ahead
a
and-
sketch. That's a sketch.
I was like, we'll go ahead and take a
a
moment of silence real quick.
moment of silence for.
Go ahead, say it, brother.
Say,
Preach.
preach it.
Preach.
You just hear a bunch of people yelling from the back. 3.5. Oh man! But on the on that topic, we are gonna go out for some singles dating this weekend and see if we can't.
Hopefully, at least meet other women. Let's see where we're at least. We get out there, we can see if we are the duds or if we snap ourselves up and we look like the studs.
I am interested to go check out the Kava house, try some Kava, see what it's all about, see like the scene of the people down there, and then just it's more about me getting out of my shell. And a singles feels really weird. It's like if you're going to a singles thing, it almost feels like you are trying to put yourself out there on the market. And I'm not really trying to put myself on the market, but if I take a honey home, I take a honey home and I become a bee, if it happens, it happens.
I mean, that's just the trouble part because you get older and then you try not to break hearts. But you are still trying to be a human again, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the definition of kind of still being human? Not wanting to be lonely?
As long as your intention is portrayed, I guess it's probably not the easiest way to say that. But if you meet someone and you say, I'm not interested in a relationship, just trying to have some fun, you...
Yeah, Hermosi, he actually, he's in charge of the school community. And that's one of his proponents is there's no reason that if you're not, she's not the one, you can let her know right then and there. You're not the one I'm looking for. And if you want to hang out with me while I'm looking for other people, I guess be here.
So be it. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's a good one too. Because if you are, yeah. It's friends with benefits at that point.
But I mean, it's not even, it's giving them the opportunity to walk away. If you don't want to be strung along, then don't be strung along. Only you are choosing to sit here and take this.
And it all comes down to communication. That's where...
But there are women who would love to sign up just for that role. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to do anything. I want to just follow you. You don't want me? Okay, but I still love you.
That would almost hurt me more if I said that to somebody and they're like, well, I love you enough to just be with you while you find someone else. I'd be like, fuck, man. Now I'm a dog again. Now I'm being the dog because I have somebody that...
You're not, though. I watched a thing last night. It was actually almost broke my heart. She was like, I thought I found love because he took care of me and he did this. But then when I heard him tell me, I love you, my insides turned to trash. Like I was going to vomit, And
weird.
I think the chemistry, man.
There's definitely a thing to it, right? When they say... like you have, oh man, you have that vibe. Like it's not, it's legit. When you have an energy about you, some people, whether they know it or not, feed off that energy. It can be good and then that can be bad because you can have negative people feeding off your energy and it's not good.
And then that comes down to the individial again. So you got to be smart enough to realize who's just
draining your energy and who's picking your energy up.
I naturally find myself as an empath, like the people, I want to help the people, but you have to find that line or else my own man deals with it too. overextend themselves to the point where it almost kills you in the pursuit of helping other people.
In hopes that people are seeing what you're doing and will do the same in return, when in fact that is not always the case.
And it rarely is the case.
Most people will see that and take advantage of you and will know that, oh, I can call this guy any day or time and he'll drop what he's doing to come save me, when they wouldn't do that for you. Yeah. And that is a hard line, because you'd never find out until you have to make that phone call, and then you're like, well, I needed you back there. I was just thinking of a way to say that, and that's the best, like, really good way to describe it, is you don't know either until it's too late or until you make that phone call and you're like, well, fuck, I've done that for him 10 times. And like, it makes sense if he's got, he's out of town or something.
And that's like, because I've been on both sides of that. I've dropped the ball not too many times to count at this point. But I've also, when they need the phone call, I'm the one that answers.
Mm-hmm.
I will be there.
Mm-hmm.
But if that phone call happens 17 times, I'm not really rushing to go be there.
Yep, you can definitely, I'd say, outstay your welcome would kind of be a way to describe it. Outstay your favors, I guess.
And it also, at the same time, it's like, if you can buy into an idea so wholeheartedly, and then this is gonna be my detriment to continue down this path, I have to stop. I got to get off when I can get off.
You got to learn how to read the room, man. You got to learn how to.
Most people, and I was gonna say,
vibes, yeah.
That's almost like you have to go out into the world in order to learn that, because you get hurt. It's way easier just to turn inside. My house isn't going to hurt me.
I do that. This is me in a nutshell. 2 years ago, go through the divorce, hermit myself, want nothing to do with barely even my friends, right? I only had like 4 friends that I would call. And then get through that, I'm starting to feel a little bit more like I want to get out and, and go get out and do things. And then once we started this podcast, and it's like, shit, now I have to. Now we have to get out and do things.
But even looking at you from, you can see the spark in you. Like, you can see that you're like, it's scary, but it's exciting. This is like,
feels like the me that I was before I got married, and I haven't seen that person in 10 fucking years, just about. So that is scary, but really fucking cool.
Because at the end of the day, if that version of you had the opportunity to see you now, you know what I mean? What would that interaction be like? I know me, if I saw me versus the little me, I would have been like, way to take care of us, way to get us here, because it's hairy for us back here.
You know what I would have done from my perspective now, looking back on married me, I would have taken a scene out of Scary Movie. Run, bitch, run! I'm just kidding.
And then I was like, for that time, even for your life, outside looking in, I'm like, you guys had to be there for each other,
and
because
for Logan. And I'm
like, Logan. What if Logan didn't have 2 parents that loved him the same regard? Would it have been enough love to keep that little boy alive?
I always thought that if we could get through Logan shit, we could get through anything together as a relationship.
And I'm not even saying relationship wise, but like, no, even
him personally.
I watch you, and still you don't like to hear anything bad said about her. You still, for the most part,
I'll
stand up for her.
Yeah.
You still, you know what I mean? So that is still admirable at the end of the day, because most people spend the second they're out of that relationship with their baby mom, with the rest of their lives saying that woman can go to hell.
I'll tell you, the hardest time to do that was when we first split, and she moved in with this other guy, and he had a kid, and my kids FaceTiming with her, seeing her with almost like with another family. I'm sorry if you're watching and listening. I know this hurts you to hear it. That was the hardest time to not talk shit on her and just be like, nope, me and mom are not, we're just better as friends. We're not meant to be together. That was the hardest time to not talk shit. So I'm going to tell this to everybody. I joke a bunch. I have a bunch of my ex-wife jokes. I'm fucking kidding. I can just make those jokes because I actually have an ex-wife. Nikki, if you're listening, I'm not fucking serious when I say the fucking ex-wife shit. It's just a funny joke that I am now able to say.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you're right. I do. Yeah, I stand up for her.
I'm the same way. As much as my son's mom drives me up the damn wall sometimes. As soon as Nando's arm was broken, his wrist was broken. I get a phone call, bam, I'm at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, our little guy, same thing in you guys, your little guy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's the one, I think that when you're a parent, that's the cool thing. If you get to experience like that, really understanding. Cool. Yeah, you're not really a terrible person. And I guess sometimes you got to sabotage a whole relationship in order to get out of it. Because sometimes it is easier just to hate the person than it is to self-reflect.
Yeah. And being able to co-parent together, I've even seen it like, oh man, fuck. Izzy's first year here in school, we went to parent-teacher conference together. And even the teacher was like, wait, what? You guys are separated, but you're here together and you're like getting along. And you guys like, yeah, they were like fucking blown away that we could legitimately co-parent well. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it is a good feeling being able to do that for sure.
Facts. And even if that's what I have to do, you have to show up and, I don't know, turn into a little bit of a person and just bury whatever feelings you have or resentments for the little one.
I saw somebody, it was a woman preaching on something about some girl talking about how she's got her baby daddy and her man, right? And this girl was just like, kind of, God, I fucking can't even remember kind of how she went about it, but it was just like, I had it in my head. Now I forgot how she worded it, but it was really good about you got to be able to set boundaries on that co-parent relationship. That's what it was. And like, if it's not about the kids, I ain't fucking messaging you back.
Facts.
Especially if you're going to get into a future relationship, you have to set those absolute
and it's
boundaries.
Really tough.
Yeah.
And I think that's just where we had gotten to. It's one of those things where, and maybe you won't ever go down that road with Nikki, but I found myself wanting to create the whole family. I wanted it. I was, even if it wasn't with the right person, I was doing everything in my power to create the dynamic of, and it's incredible how, God just has a way of saying, well, that's not going to be the case. Good on you for trying, but we got to get you out of this situation so you can do this with the right person.
That was me exactly, except we never went through the, leave each other and come back. It was, I stayed even though multiple times I told myself I should leave. But I stayed because I was afraid that she would get so mad at me for leaving that she would keep me from my kids and I would not get to see my kids anymore. So I was too scared to leave, and finally years of being unhappy, she left me. So same thing. It was like, finally God was like, all right, dude, it's like, if you're not going to fucking do it, I'll make her do it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's really like the silent stepping out of a relationship. And, I see it all the time with relationships right now where it's like, I would rather just act like I hate you than just say, we are not good for each other.
Yep. So
as much as the inside of you feels incredible, I have to go.
As I say, we are not compatible. So I've said that about my ex-wife all the time. I meet one of Izzy's friend's moms, and Izzy asked me, do you like her, don't you? Because I guess Nikki had put that thought in her head. She's like, you like her, don't you? And I was like, nope. we are not compatible. And she goes, oh yeah, just like you and mom, not compatible. And I'm like, 100%.
That's brutal. When
It
she
didn't
just
hurt, dude. It hurt a little bit, but I was like, you're right.
that's
Not
putting the
compatible.
serious English on it. Yeah, because I got hit with that
Not
yesterday too.
Compatible.
Nando, and I don't even know. That's what I was wondering myself, because he comes in and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna be getting picked up in a truck soon. And I'm like, the hell's that all about? What? And he's like, yeah, my mom's gonna be getting a new truck. And I was like, cool.
Sweet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, it hit you like right before bed. I'm like, and the amount of stuff that goes through your head and how mad I got.
And you're like, now I need to go get a new truck.
I'm not really, I'm working, doing all of this, everything, and I'm dying, and she gonna get a new truck? Yeah. And then you gotta be like, well, she's also basically 10 years older than me.
And hustling.
She
She-
never had a cigarette problem. She never, hit Fiji all the damn time. Never
That's,
had alcohol problems.
It's one thing.
Think how much money she saved in the whole.
My buddy's got an app. They got an app for that now. He knows that he saved $4,000 last year from not smoking weed anymore. Because he has an app and he put in there about how much he was paying and about how
Mhm.
much he would buy. And yeah, $4,000 over the course of a year.
I mean,
And that's for someone
Homeboy
who's
is-
not.
lightweight is all I'm saying.
I
You
was
need to
just
get
gonna-
those numbers up, you weenie.
Yeah. You pump those numbers up, my boy. And that's what I was going to say. He was someone who's
I'm
not
supposed to be
super-
impressed. I spent that last month. I'm just kidding.
No wonder why the business is failing.
It's on that's behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you get too much into it.
Oh, we are not. We're flailing in the wind because we're doing so well.
Yes. I mean, hey,
Shut up, DJ.
I locked in.
I know. He's just,
I was gonna say,
he's coughing.
yesterday was
Oh,
probably. I mean, listeners probably don't care, but I mean, it was the closest I had been to, like, giving up altogether. If I would have gotten a no yesterday on asking for something, my life was over. So I was just, you would never have seen me again. There would have been no pictures. There would have been nothing. Instead, like I said, man, God works in amazing ways. And when you're just about down and out, here's your life reserve.
I'm so happy to be like out there. Like even when we were out there, and Joe was like, "I didn't know you were gonna bring the fucking A team." And he goes, "Just flying through this shit." It felt nice, just being in the.
And then I'm over
Thick
here
of it
like,
again.
how come you call me a fucktard, but you call these guys the A team? That hurts.
Dude,
When
do I gotta say it? Oh shit!
but I got a nice caulk. Okay.
Oh man, yeah. I gotta practice with mine way more.
It was a fun learning experience and I think you would have really got a kick out of it as how much you struggled with it early on and how much you were wearing. DJ found himself in that same situation yesterday.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? This fucking. What the fuck? Yeah. Dude, that was also with the Mason. Did you hear the Mason guy doing the fireplace? Every couple of minutes. Oh, fuck. It was like, damn, bro. Masonry sucks.
And yeah, they literally had to call Joe over to be like, just want to let you know, I wanted to look at this before we hang it up, and it looks like shit. Like they were hating on their work even before. They had like maybe
I would have
2
done something
feet
a little
up.
thicker. Yeah, it's like, but if we do anything thicker, then it's not gonna be able to hold. Yeah, it's like, dang.
No, but shout out to the stonemasons. What an old.
Mhm.
I mean, that stuff goes back. And when you see like the real bricklayers too, that is some cool stuff.
Well, in those
It's
guys,
such
I think that's all real rock they're doing too in that house. I mean, real hardwood floors, real rock, all that tile. I feel like is going to be pretty fancy.
Oh, it's going to be a very, very nice house. I feel sorry for my builder who is a neighbor to these guys.
I want to. The house is so nice. I want to build it on The Sims. It's not very often that I walk into a house where I'm like, the fucking
Should
nice
have checked
layout.
out the job I looked at this morning. That one's in town. It's over there on the west end, but it's a beautiful home walking in. It is incredible. The say the men and women around here who are like 55 to who knows. Those West End homes are immaculate. I don't know if they have every one of them has a cleaner.
Well,
Every guy coming in.
you
but-
also got to think they probably bought at like the perfect time, right before the West End really blew up on its expansion, where now they've probably got double the property value into that home from when they purchased.
Easily.
Especially if you're a 70-year-old, like the older people who live like down on like 13th and Grand and shit, like that area, those houses.
Because there was at a point where you could get a house in Billings for like 150,000, and it was a decent 2-bedroom house.
Yeah,
And then that value quadrupled.
By the time in 2019 when I went to go buy my house, or 2018 maybe is when I bought it, the houses like that I was talking about in that area were 250. So that's why we went with the one we did, because it was the cheapest one and had everything we wanted.
Yeah, and then if you would have sat on that thing, I mean, you'd have gotten 6-7 out of it.
Well, let's see. Let's look at what the property value of my old house is right now on the good old Zillow.
That has got to hurt.
I haven't looked it up. I don't think it's quite that much. I bet you I missed out on 60K.
I'm saying 650. You're throwing it at what?
Like 4. No, mine would be like 350. Sold. Does it say home value? It doesn't have a Zestimate up there. A Zestimate? What, you like that word?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Estimate.
Let's see. Listing removed. Listed for rent. Wait, what? So they're renting it out?
Oh, I mean, it does make sense in that
price
regard.
change. So they were asking $380,000 for it 2 years out, or no, that would have been. Oh yeah, and they didn't get it. They listed it right after, so it was sold right there. That would have been me. They listed it 6 months later for $400K. Dropped their 415, dropped it down to 400, then dropped it down to 380. Removed.
But
listing
you know what
removed.
happened, right? There's other things that play into that.
Yeah, that house is sinking. The foundation is sinking. You put a glass cup on my table, and literally the water would be in there, like just like that, guys. It was pretty bad.
Makes way more sense now. Like
That's-
they would never be able to probably get the funding in order to. But you can rent that thing out now,
That's what
and
they're
you're probably
yeah.
doing each level at $1,700 or $1,800.
Well, that makes me feel better that they bought a house from me and didn't sell it.
But you know what I mean. So that's like 36. You're paying $2,000 in mortgage, all profit.
Yeah.
There's so much money to be made.
Wish I could have done it.
Well, I mean, you look at like the model behind like BlackRock and stuff like this. It's like, well, yeah, everybody's gonna.
And that's
If I
my-
own it and they
that's-
rent from me, well,
I'm part of the problem, dude, because I'm pretty sure I sold that house to an LLC. Pretty sure it was a company that came in and was.
so you would recommend just going to a private entity, like if you like meeting the homeowner directly, know who the hell's moving into
Yeah.
your home, instead of just selling it to a company.
Because yeah, if you sell it to a
They
company,
can't wait.
if you sell it to a company, there's probably an 80% chance that BlackRock now owns that property. Like I said, that's literally, that was their thing, was to go buy up every single fucking family home that was for sale. And they were even coming in, and like people were getting outbid by like, $20K when we were first, because we were looking for houses when I first sold that one. And that's what the lady was saying. She's like, yeah, we can put an offer in, but just let you know, most offers get outbid by like 10K right now. I'm like, fuck. That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane. You know, it's funny. We're coming into the end of this thing. We're supposed to be on a high note. Supposed to be happy.
Yeah, we're supposed to end on the
Friday.
singles dating Friday,
And then we
dating.
got real depressing again. So let's bring it back around.
Well, housing market. It can be.
You're saying you're going Star Wars?
Because it is a costume. We forgot to talk about the costume aspect of it. I don't have a black robe or anything. I said I could do a modern day Jedi with my sweater.
I don't know. Because I mean, typically I'm pretty cholo in my regular life. I mean, I've been spending a lot more, I guess, hoodies and.
You could legitimately
Button-ups.
just go full cholo, do a bandana, sunglasses,
But
and then do your.
how played out is that? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if we're
Supposed to be stepping outside of our comfort zone and doing something. Oh, I wish I could get my face painted.
white.
And I do Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, I
do
thought-
like half of it.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were gonna go whiteface.
Do you have to shave? You think you'd have to shave half your?
No, you just makeup over it.
You
Sure.
could do it with
Yeah.
the beard. It would look
Yeah.
clean though. You
No,
think it's
it
gonna
wouldn't
look?
look as
It's gonna
clean.
look garbage. I have a feeling.
You don't wanna
Probably better
shave.
with a. No, I made that mistake. I took everything down and buzzed it to basically, and yeah, I got cold like I was like 16. Kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
There's something. There's a new app out right now that you
does
can.
it
takes the
pulls beard
mustache off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird, bro.
There's so many guys, these poor guys with no jaw lines. Just always be looking up, my men. Help yourselves out and get the
the chewer.
jaw thing.
Chewer.
You need that.
What about gum? Gum not as resistant, so it doesn't strengthen you as much.
I think it really only helps one side of your jaw for the most part. Think about when you.
if you gotta.
I
you gotta
don't
keep
ever do
switching
that
it.
with gum.
No, that's why I do cocaine. Just kidding. Work out my jaw because I'm jaw jacking all day. I'm just kidding, everybody. I do not do that.
He's jacking something all day, but it's usually not that.
Yeah, that's called a rub and tug.
Hey, and as
Hey,
long as you're
lot of
getting
porn.
the work done, it's fine by me. Where you got to.
How many times you masturbate? We gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Such a good movie, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Have you ever listened to Jordan Beltran outside of it?
Mm-mm.
He's the last person. Like when I seen Leonardo DiCaprio playing him, he has a completely different persona
Mm.
than. And I don't think Leo could capture his raspiness. He's got a voice like he smoked a million cigars.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And you know Cheech and or Chong was in there with him.
In the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, you gotta look that story up
Huh.
on sometime. Yeah, he gave him advice on everything.
Yeah, he was the you're talking about the real Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, not Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, I thought you meant in the movie. Chong was somewhere in the movie. That's like a cameo
Oh.
or something. I was like, I don't remember that.
No, I just thought
I
that
got
was
what you're saying.
fascinating
Yeah,
to be in
that
there.
he was in jail with him. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what else I found out? What's his name?
Is there a celebrity jail?
No, but well, I'm sure there's a jail that has more amenities than others.
Like if
But what's his name? That was the most feared guy in fucking. He became an actor, fucking Mexican actor who was literally one of the most feared guys in prison, and then got out of prison and became an actor. Fucking bad boy Mexican and all the fucking. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name?
I know there was. It's kind of funny. Remember Hector from the Fast and Furious movies?
Hector.
That's that guy in real life. Is Hector? They don't even change his name. He's just Hector.
Most feared inmate to movie star. Fucking Danny Trejo.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't believe I couldn't think of his name. But yeah, he was one of the most fucking feared inmates. I guess Marilyn Manson at one point asked him for protection when he was in jail. Is how he was like the. And then he gets out of jail and becomes this famous actor and is actually a really good guy.
I mean,
Crazy, bro.
I didn't realize that he had. I knew that he had spent time in
prison
and everything, but I didn't know he was.
And it was Quentin.
San Quentin.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous fucking jails, and he was one of the most feared.
Because I mean, he was. You've seen the movie American Me.
Mm-hmm. It's been a
mean,
long time, but yeah.
He's in that as a gang.
Yeah.
You know, watching homie get stabbed up.
Those movies are scary. It's real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. And then here we go. We're fucking going down a dark path again, right? We're trying to get out of here. God damn it. We're so dark. So
There we
dark.
are. But yeah, it's the dark humor. That's what you come here for.
Yeah, actually, it is pretty. I shamelessly plugged that we were doing a podcast with somebody I just started talking to, and I haven't got a message back since. So they found it, and then probably saw what kind of person I am. And they're like, "Oh, fuck that."
Ouch.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's okay.
keep listening.
We love.
You learn
You
to love
guys.
us.
You'll learn to love us. Yeah, once you spend a little time with me.
It's just it's a Jay and Silent Bob thing.
Yeah, you see us on the side of the street, you're like, wow, those guys are trash. And then you like meet them, you're like, that's pretty cool.
Double trash.
Yeah. Double
Trash with an extra serving of trash.
And then a month later, you're like, oh, they're all right.
They're kind of comfy
Nah.
trash.
They're kind of comfy, yeah.
They make me feel like I can do better in my own life.
They're so trash. They make trash people look not trash.
100%. Dude, you should be that.
That guy,
Yeah.
the fucking from
I
Longest
think you
Yard. He's so fast. He makes fast people look not fast.
You could totally pull that off too. If
Oh.
I pull him up, I bet you could. I can't remember that guy's name, but
Yeah, I don't know if I have the clothes sitting in my closet for it. Like I said,
true. You would need a cut-off jean vest, and
there was
those aren't easy to come by.
2 Halloweens that I was able to pull a costume out of my closet and fucking kill it. That was the Saul Goodman one year, and then Saul from Pineapple Express the year before. It was 2 good ones that I just pulled out of my closet. I was like, fucking outfit. Let's have a Halloween party costume.
Because that's
party.
what I don't know what I'm gonna wear. cannot come up with a costume. It'd be cool, like I said, to paint half my face, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Do you know anyone that could even do that? Face paint stuff? You got
I know one person.
call up Bug, be like, paint my face.
Oh, I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
But that's my awesome. I was thinking my other friend, but either way, I don't know what to be.
Because you don't want to wear the mask and cover your face because we're going to a singles event, even though.
And I don't want to do like the inflatables because I don't think that's a good move.
That's not a
for
good
singles.
look, especially not at an event when everyone's like holding drinks and shit. Like, excuse me, let me get through your big old despicable me fucking blow up yellow bellies in the way.
So I'm like, what does a guy do?
Like you said, we could hit the paint suits and zip them all the way up and just be
We could
sperm. Do you have a third one? Because all three of us could do that, and we could be all three of us would be sperm cells, and we fight each other through the front door and everything.
I was thinking I could just take those and get 3. That would be actually hilarious to be 3 semen trying to get through the
race at
door.
We're
We're just trying to get to the egg, baby.
Every door we go through, it's a fight to see who can get through first. Come running from around the block.
That is pretty clever.
But we could even just do paint masks and respirators and be freaking Breaking Bad guys. We could always just say we're Walter White and freaking
You gotta have
Jesse.
the blue gloves,
Yeah, and the yellow outfits.
and then
but-
those suckers are gonna get hot.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, if we just painted a hazmat suit on the front, we could say we're like, what the
I was thinking
zombie, what are the zombie apocalypse guys who come in, like the CDC
about
guys?
this. What you do? You get the wheel, and then you do a bunch of yellow, green,
and be a twister,
board.
That would be, you could do that, yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it could either be the spinny wheel, or you could be the.
If we wanted to, because the twister board's kind of big, so it would be all three of us we are all a twister board. When we stand 3 next to each other, then we're all the board. One person has the spinner in the middle, and the 2's on the side.
How is that? Because obviously there's going to be that point in the night where they're gonna say, "Can we play Twister on you?"
You make sure to have a blue circle on your dick
No.
And no. And the spinner is weighted on the bottom and blue's on the bottom. So every time a girl comes up and say you want to play Twister, you spin it and be like, ah.
Mouth on blue. That's a new one.
Yes. And you only make a few selections. It's either mouth, tits, ass, or vagina. And then you pick a color. But like I said, we've got it rigged, so it always hits blue. We've got a zipper behind the blue. Yeah, we're never gonna get let in. We're never letting us in.
Yeah, but it was cool thought, I guess.
That's actually it's funny.
It was kind of cool thinking about maybe having a girlfriend again.
Yeah. Actually, the paint suits is legitimately such a good one because one person could go as Twister, the next person could go as a CDC guy who's, you freaking put on the respirator and some glasses and then just put on a fucking thing that says CDC and I'll be a zombie apocalypse fucking survivor, or some shit.
And then another guy's a seaman.
And the other guy could be the seaman, yeah. Maybe we'll let DJ be the CDC guy so his face is all covered up. No one knows him. I'll be seaman. I'm fast.
I would be... You almost need two people to do a Twister board.
I really think all three of us, it'd be such an easy costume. Put on the paint suit, call ourselves seamen, and run everywhere.
It's so simple, and it would get its...
You run with a little woggle, wiggle.
We are natural Pisces. We got that fish already.
when they're going to pick people, right? Like, okay, who wants me next? Pick me.
Who let the damn semen in here?
Should we do tails? We could literally cut a hole in the back and do a tail out the back even too.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want
pretty clever, but
do we want to go to I don't know if we want to go to a singles event as seamen.
That's kind of, I was like, this is our first time meeting everybody. Exactly. That's why I thought the Twister board might be
it would probably be the more respectful option. But at the same time, if we're trying to be the podcast guys, it would get people talking. Do you guys see the fucking 3 seaman guys that showed up to the singles?
Oh, we couldn't do that though, because DJ would see his face.
Well, yeah, just freaking tighten it up. People are gonna see his face.
True.
Local, we can't do anything about it.
Or he covers up his face and goes full, Slender Man. And then they judge him only off his build. It'd be like the truest of blind dates.
Or he could be the egg that we're trying to get to.
I don't know if I want that. For me personally, or him, I guess.
These guys just keep running into me.
But guys, we actually get out of here.
Yeah, we
can't keep going. Not unless you're going to pay us. Come on now.
I couldn't even keep going even if you did. But anyways, guys,
what do we got to do? We need them to
like, subscribe, follow on Spotify. Keep an eye out for our Facebooks. We got a little bit going on there. A couple pictures trickling out. We're gonna have some thumbnails popping up. Probably a new updated intro as well in the next couple of days, which is gonna be cool. So yeah, we definitely need the subscribers and shares. I would say
we need the support. We need the help as 3 aspiring comedian podcasting work hard.
We're 3
individuals
episodes away from 20. Next week we'll be at 20 episodes. That's gonna be super cool.
We're so excited. Hey, and until then.